What's goody, everyone? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reaction video. It's a lot that's been going on here on these YouTube streets. For my subscribers that know my content, you already know what I'm talking about. And if you just landed on this video, make sure you take a look at my channel and my content and get caught up. So what I wanted to bring to you guys tonight is something that I just saw on the Shade Room. Shout out to the Shade Room, and also shout out to the Breakfast Club. On Monday, the Breakfast Club did an interview with Taraji P. Henson. Y'all, when I tell you I love me some Taraji, I've loved her since Baby Boy, okay? I love Taraji P. Henson, but her and her now ex-fiance has split. Kelvin, Hayden, and her have split after trying to work it out. And Taraji basically did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and I'm going to show you guys a little snippet of what she had to say. But what she said really radiated in myself. I felt what she was saying. You know, they talked about, obviously they were having problems in their relationship, and they talked about doing counseling. The counseling really wasn't, or the therapy wasn't gonna help. You know, she said something in here in this interview that meant a lot to me, and I would think it would mean a lot to us as women, men as well, because, you know, we all need to learn how to love ourselves first before we can put love into somebody else. Because if you're not happy with yourself, how can you make somebody else happy? So I want to share this interview with you guys, and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
And a lot of times it's difficult, and I'm dedicated to the black man, y'all. I just turned 50, and
wow,
you know, and I haven't said it yet, but it didn't work out. You know what I mean? And I tried. I was like, therapy, let's do the therapy thing. But if you're both not on the same page with that, then you feel like you're taking it on yourself. And that's not a fair position for anybody to play in a relationship. My happiness is not his responsibility, and his happiness is not mine. We have to first learn how to make ourselves happy.
I loved how Taraji said, you know, my happiness is not his responsibility, and his happiness is not my responsibility. We have to learn how to make ourselves happy first. Now, granted, as couples, we need to love and respect each other. But sometimes it happens. You can fall in love and then fall out of love. And nobody wants to hear that, right? Nobody ever wants to believe that and hear that. But it happens a lot of times in relationship, because we know in all situations, there's always two sides to a story. There's always takes two to tango. And we know sometimes it's not always fair in love. We do know that. That happens. And again, us as being couples, you don't want to see destruction in your relationship. You want to keep your relationship healthy and lively as much as you can. And that's why I really feel like when you don't put God first in a relationship, that's when a lot of times trouble comes along. Like whatever man that you're dealing with or woman that you're dealing with, you have to make sure that you are on the same page. And you need to make sure that at the beginning of the relationship, because at the beginning of the relationship, if you both don't have a mutual understanding of how you feel like you need to be treated and how the person that you're dealing with, how they need to treat you, if you all are not on the same page with that, it's not going to work. There are going to be a lot of inconsistencies in that relationship. So I pride Taraji coming out here and speaking her truth about her relationship status. You know, I know that was probably very hard for her to say that, but she said it because, like she said, she hadn't even spoke it yet, but she spoke it first on the Breakfast Club. And she has come to, and it doesn't sound like, you know, whatever they went through, obviously we don't know that yet, or if we'll ever know that, but it sounds like she's just in a good place where she understands, although she's hurting, but she understands that it was gonna happen, but now it's not gonna happen. It wasn't meant to be. And sometimes, y'all, you can fall in love and fall out of love. Again, I'm gonna say this: you don't want to see that happen. Nobody wants to see a relationship that, I don't know, however long it's going on, to end. But sometimes that happens. And us as women, and I'm talking to my women, we have to learn how to be able to move on, right? You have to learn, especially when there's children involved, because you have to be the constant and the rock for your children. All that toxicity that you put into relationships, it's not good when the children are a part of it and they're watching it, because people don't like to think this. It can spill off into the children. People like to think because the children are little or they're young and they don't know any better or they don't understand. Just like they say when a baby is in your womb, the baby can hear and feel whatever's going on around them. That's very true, right? That's not made up. So it's all the same for a child, regardless if the child is 1-year-old, 5-year-old, or 15-year-old. That child feels and can become a part of the toxicity that you put inside of your home when you're dealing with a volatile situation in your relationship. Even if it's excessive arguing, it doesn't even have to deal a lot of times with, domestic abuse, but it could be the arguing can be very tiring and toxic for yourself and your children involved. Right now in 2020, with everything that's going on, all the uncertainty, you guys, this has been a really rough year for a lot of us. It's been a really rough year, but if you are a person that believes in God, only thing that I can tell you is fall on your knees and pray. Because when all else fails, trust and believe the Lord will always be on your side. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you guys coming and talking. Make sure you leave your comments down below. If you were able to see the full video of Taraji P. Henson's interview, let me know what your thoughts was, and I definitely will see you guys again. Remember, you guys, sub what you love. Bye-bye.